friends. Hope you're doing well. Today we got water. I need to get back to drinking more water. I remember I went and looked at like old videos, and in like all the old videos I'm drinking water. I'm like, I gotta get back on the hydration game. So, are you staying hydrated? That's the real question. When was the last time you drank a big old thing of water? This isn't that big, but it's, what is it, 20 some ounces? It is 28 ounces. So that's a good amount of water. Because you're supposed to drink, I don't even know anymore. The number used to be like 8 ounce glasses or 8 ounce glasses or something like that. So what's that? 24 ounces is 3. So if you filled this up 2 or 3 times, you'd be there. So yeah, I'm probably hitting that most days. I also have a 40 ounce one. I drink that one a lot. I like the 40s, but only 40s of water. It's got to be water because I'm a hydro homie. Yeah. So, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I am doing a little better than I have been the last couple days, so that was good, because today I had a day off, and I just kind of vibed, and that was nice, and I did some stuff. I had a me day, more or less, for most of the day. I kind of just, I don't know if you want to call it a mental health day, but it was still productive, because for me, like, just sitting is not mental health. I can't just rest. That doesn't work for me. So instead, I was productive, but on my stuff. I took all the client work and all the pressures out. I was just like, I'm not going to deal with that today. Instead, I'm going to do things that I want to work on. And so I, went through some of the footage from when I went to Hawaii back in like 2016, because I'm trying to make some white noise or some ASMR videos from that. I brought back the idea of quick tingles. If you've been around here for a long time, I was making short, no talking videos that were just kind of sounds, and so I made a couple of those with some crinkles and this little tappy guy and this little high density foam piece that my computer came in. And after this, I'm gonna make some more because they're fun to make, and they're short, and I think it lets me experiment with a variety of sounds, which is fun. And yeah, and I can make videos. I can make a bunch of videos in a short period, which I like, because you never know what's gonna do well and what's gonna resonate with people, especially with the no talking stuff. Because I'll make, like a video game controller video is like one of my most popular videos on this channel. But then I'll make another one and only get like 40 views. And so you're just like, how does YouTube's so strange game? But it's just kind of fun. I really like doing I love talking to the camera. I love all of it. I love all this ASMR stuff. It's great. It's fun. But I kind of miss doing the sound stuff. So I want to get back into doing a little bit more of it. And then also on a selfish front, so I have 2 kind of relaxing channels, we'll call them that, and the other one is called Relaxing Recordings, and I do some ASMR over there, and most of the videos over there are like 10-hour long white noise videos, and so I've uploaded a bunch of those lately, and I was thinking like I should go back, because I was doing 1-minute ASMR over there, and I was like, because the 10-hour videos, the view time, the retention tends to be lower unless the video catches on, and then it does okay. But even that, a 10-hour video, people, on average, probably, the average view duration is probably like 2 to 4 hours, because people wake up and they turn the video off, because most people don't sleep for 10 hours. So, but for some reason, 10 hours seems to be like the good number for search. Or maybe that's just what YouTube shows me. And the algorithm is like 10 hours, 10 hours, 10 hours. And I'm like, you'd think it'd be 8 hours, but some of the 1-minute ASMR, the retention by percentage will be high on those videos, because even if you watch 10 seconds, that's 1/6 of the video. So I'm thinking that'll help balance out with the algorithm. And then I'm like, oh, now I'm playing algorithm games. Look out! I read so much and watch so many videos about how the YouTube stuff works, and I'm like, nobody knows. Everybody has aside from the thumbnail is important and your title is important, no one can give any good concrete advice. And other than that, it's make good videos. And what the fuck does that mean? I think, and then I've been watching a couple YouTube creators I like who are having mental health problems, and talking about how YouTube is hurting their mental health. And I'm like, man, I think it helps mine, if I'm being honest. So it's I'm looking at what they're doing wrong, and they talk about their mental health struggles. And I think I've been also watching a lot of videos by this artist. His name is Tom Sachs. It's real cool. I think his art is awesome. And so Casey and Van Neistat, if you're familiar with those two guys, worked for Tom Sachs as studio assistants, and Van Neistat kind of steered the whole film video creation division of Tom Sachs studio. And so Casey and Van's style and Tom's style, they're very similar, kind of all around. Then Casey kind of diverted as he was doing his daily vlogs, but Van's style and Tom's style are still real tight. And so Van talked about in one of his videos how the utility can become an art in itself, because he was talking about how he invented this apparatus for gluing, because he had to glue 10,000 little tiny windows onto this model. And so he had an easel where he could pour the hot glue and then dip and then stick and dip and stick, and it sped up the process. And he made a little film about it, and that film was part of this bigger project. And so somewhere in between Tom's videos and Van's video about that specific thing, they talk about the utility is the art, but also it's the effort is the art. And then I watched it's completely unrelated, there's a guy named Jocko Willink, who's this big old Navy SEAL meathead guy, and it's a tiny bit of toxic masculinity in that, but he had somebody came on who talked about dopamine and how that worked, and some of it kind of felt pseudoscience-y, and then other bits of it felt yeah, okay, that tracks, that makes sense. I've experienced all these things he's talking about. And so it was just kind of about the flow state and work and that kind of stuff. And then I watched another Tom Sachs video after that, and it was talking about how there was a quote in it, and I don't have my phone with me. Oh, I do have my phone. Let me see if I can find it, because I wrote it down, because I was like, yes, that's a good quote. I mean, there's a bunch of them that I wrote down from Tom Sachs. I watched 30 Tom Sachs videos today. So the quote was, the work itself will become the reward. And then in other interviews I watched with him, it kind of talks about how, it's the repetition of the tiny that and the iterations, and that's what art is. And so he kind of shows some of his projects where he makes I want to call them bowls, but I think they're more like teacups, but they don't look like a teacup with a handle. They look more like ceramic bowls. And he's made dozens, hundreds of them. And then in another video of his, he was making these zipper pools, which are just little beads that go on a piece of paracord that you attach to a zipper to make the zipper easier to pull up and down. And they made, thousands of them. And they talked about how many man hours went into that, and they were all small, just like very small, very simple, very repetitive. And there's something to that, and I think that resonated with me because I feel that way when I make the ASMR stuff. Not so much the talking videos are more just me clearing out my brain. And you people, I'm so grateful that anybody watches this, and that gives me motivation to keep doing it because I think that's really good for my mental health. So I appreciate you folks, and I hope you're getting something out of it. But the sound stuff gets me back into the more art frame of mind, and I'm like, I haven't been doing those, and I'm like, I wonder if that would like help fill the void, like give me that level of fulfillment or something that I feel like is missing from my life, because I feel like I was happier when I was doing those videos often, you know. I was doing them, I think, daily even at some points. And that was even during COVID when everything was like real fucked up, so. Not to say COVID's over, but that was like in the meat of the lockdown, you know, like whenever it was like, ew, super scary, don't go outside. So yeah, that's kind of where my head was today. And then I went and I did some stuff in the garage. I fixed some things. Not necessarily fixed. I put things to order. I added let me see if I can find the picture. So that, like, it's kind of dark in my garage. So I took this light that I don't use very often. Let's see if we can focus on this. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. And so that little thing right there is what's called a nail plate. And so it just has a little pin. And you can stick lights on it. So I took this LED light I wasn't using much. And then I made this super dramatic portrait of myself. Oh, I'm touching the wrong screen. No, look at that one. Look at this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. And I was like, yeah. Drama. I love dramatic lighting. So I was like, I just kind of took the day for myself and did things that had been on my list for a while that I wanted to do. And I was like, that felt good. I needed to do that more often. And so kind of, I think I signed off on yesterday's video talking about how like you need to steal time away for yourself. And maybe part of that is carving out like a whole day, or even if it's just an afternoon, you know, at once a week, and being like, today's the fucking day where I've got this other list. Like, this is the list that are things people want from me. Fuck this list for the day, for the afternoon, whatever. And this list of like shit I want to do, I'm gonna do that. And you know, your list and my list might not be the same. You might not want to put on a water bottle holder onto your fucking exercise bike. That might not give you joy, but it fucking gave me joy this afternoon when I did it. So, yeah, that's my little spiel, little advice. And I think that really fixed, you know, because I didn't play hockey this week, and that's, I think between making ASMR videos and playing hockey, like those are two things that I do. I mean, like, I make videos for you folks, obviously, but a big part of making these videos is for me too. I mean, I just fucking sit and ramble about random shit that comes in my brain, so obviously I maybe get a disproportionate amount out of it. But then, you know, hockey is very obviously because there's no point to it. And there's no way to like monetize it or, you know, build that into some kind of, I mean, there actually are a lot of ways to monetize it, but we don't think about that. We just go out and we try to do it, and it's that repetition and that, like, it's that practice, it's that craft, it's that getting disengaged. It's something I want to do. And, yeah, so I think maybe that's what's wrong. What's been missing in my life is that conscious effort to steer, to get off on the rest stops. Because for the longest time, you know, people are like, oh, you gotta relax, you gotta rest, you gotta go on vacation. But honestly, I mean, I get stuff out of going on vacation, but I don't really like going on vacation. I like working. But the problem is, I think, is that I'm on a road and I need to pull over to the rest stop, and the rest stop is my work, you know, and what fulfills me in the workplace other than just driving for somebody else and, you know, setting up the lights in the way they like it, whereas, like, the lighting that I want to see, which is fucking Batman lighting, you know, I want to light everything like this and have it be fucking super dramatic and be like, look at this fucking guy. Look how fucking dramatic he looks. I don't even know if you can focus on this. Come on, camera. Do it. Focus on it. Yeah, there we go. I want to light everything like that, which is stupid. And it's like, you can't do that in advertising. You gotta light everything high key. So, like, I mean, kind of like this. Not necessarily like this. But, I mean, I also like this lighting for this. But, like, I want to do dramatic. I want to turn this on, and I want to fucking crank it all the way up. So, and then Batman lighting. Hello, welcome to Batman ASMR. And just do stupid shit. Like, why not? Why not me? Why not this? Actually, this sucks. This is like, the light is really bright in my eyes. This would probably hurt my eyes over time if I did this nonstop. But it looks sweet, right? Oh, yeah. It came in. If you come in around, oh, just like that. That's the sweet spot, you know? Batman lighting. What do you think? Should I shoot everything like this? I would hate that. Let's not do that. But it's an idea. So, anyway, that's what I got for you today. Do something, even if it's one thing, even if it's 15 minutes. Carve out that time, do a thing you want to do, and tell everyone to fuck off for that hour, that 15 minutes, that afternoon. Take all the pressures of things other people want of you, and tell them they gotta wait, and tell them right now is your time, because this is all you get. This is all the time you get, and it's your time. So, I hope you're doing well. I hope this message finds you well, and maybe I hope that helps you get through a tough time if you're having one like I've been having. And if not, I mean, this too shall pass. It won't always feel like this, and we're gonna get through it because we're tough motherfuckers, right? Yes, we are. Say it. Go into the mirror and be like, we're tough motherfuckers, you and me. So we're gonna get through